We want to get 250 members. What if every student who is participating in the Excellence and Honors program is already a member? The only difference is there are paying members and non-paying members. The thing is, there are low expectations. If everybody is a member and you got open worlds, it's a low expectation. But the thing is, we're going to give it a purpose. Everybody's contribution is going to be 50 euros. But from those 50 euros, 25 euros can be spent how they want. They can get a refund, they can invest, or they can get a +1. They can pay for another member, so we get an extra member. The thing is, you can get a refund if you show up a lot. If you don't show up a lot, you got nothing to say, right? If you want to invest, you can invest in a speaker. So if you collect enough members, you can invest in the speaker you want. You can vote like Kickstarter. If there's enough money, you can invest in an idea, but also in free beer. Why not? Eh? Only for paying members, a free beer evening. How good is that? Or maybe you know somebody within your class, within the Excellence and Honors program, and you also want to involve them. You already paid 50 euros and you can say, I want him as my +1 for EVA. That's my idea.
So I had the idea of a Euro trip through an introduction period. So what will happen? You and some of your buddies, or maybe some buddies assigned to you, will get assigned a mommy or a papa. And together, you're going on a trip through Europe. You're going to traveling, you're going to get lectures and personal development. You're going to see Europe as nobody ever did. EVA will show you all the nice spots. But there is a catch. There's no transfer back. So, you have to find your own way back together with your family.
By gaining more members, we need to give more added value. So then I focus on the professional connections they can build later on through EVA, through speakers that come to balls, or through partners. There's like co-creation with this. But I thought it was very important to connect with those partners. And I pictured in my head like an event or a ball where only partners and alumni would be present who already own businesses or who already work in companies, and then we'd be connected to businesses like that. And then David also inspired me to something else, that was by asking members who join where they want to go, where they want to work, which companies they're interested in, we can go more, we can work more targeted to approach which companies and how do we go about them, which positions do they have available, and then we can offer more specialized things to our members.
Yeah, everyone knows investment will create growth, and since we want to grow to 250 members, we need to invest in something. And I think the best way is to invest in time. Well, that's the easy part. But where do you want to invest that time in? Well, I think it's important to invest this time into connecting people and speaking to people. And if we, with those 40 people now, can invest a little bit of time to talk to everybody about EVA and to let them know about EVA, they will get to know EVA and they will talk about it, and you can bring them to balls and events like this, and we can grow as EVA.
Because I decided to focus a bit or a lot on the introduction week of the HVA and university and whatnot, because that is the starting point of people who start their study. And my suggestion would be to get EVA involved with the introduction week of the HVA. The things we do with EVA are very fun to do to get to know each other. That's the target of the things we are doing. Why not implement that in the introduction week of the HVA? Let's get it some more fun. Let's make it with people who know how to entertain. If we do that, if we get ourselves involved, we can promote excellence, we can promote EVA. Because one of the things I really noticed in the last year, in the last 1.5 years, the people who do not join the excellence program are usually the people who do not know that we have it. So if we start to involve ourselves in the first year, in the first week they are at the HVA, at the university, at the whatever, and immediately get told there's an excellence program, if we personally invite them, if we make them feel special, they will be much more eager to join the program. Raise awareness among new people, raise the pool of interest, raise the amount of members. And if we have members, let's start with personal invitations, make people feel special. let them go in groups or talk to the persons who are alone. Let them know that they're never on their own. If we implement that, if we show that to people who come and visit here, if we raise awareness and then create synergy, we get sustainable members. So my suggestion would be, involve ourselves with the introduction, raise awareness.
Well, first, the main aim of EVA is to bring experience to fellow students, right? Current and perspective. So first, I think we should go a little bit more public. By that, I don't mean issuing shares, but getting into people's mindset. That can be done if we, for instance, include 1 or 2 pages in school's magazine. I think Folia is an example of such. Or we can start issuing our own magazine about issues that we find important. I mean, if we can write a blog, then why can't we write a magazine? Alumni network, which will be, its task will be mainly targeting professionals, but people who have already finished excellence or their final study stage, or having a couple of internships, stuff like that. This will also actually help us to attract companies themselves to be our sponsors and partners, which is most important. I think, than the money, the experience that they can give to us, and the connections, of course. Last but not least, membership scheme. What would be that? Well, that would be connection with the alumni network. Alumni actually could be mentors, and we can be mentors to HVA-wide students. And one mentor would be mentoring, let's say, from 2 to 5 people, so that there could be a more personal experience.
After the excellence program, we have to show ourselves. So why don't we give a borrel? What's a borrel in English?
We call it borrel in English as well.
Okay, borrel. On the HVA, and well, after the excellence program, we turn the lights off, music on, and everyone comes, and we have a party with everyone, and we show to them who we are. And about the challenges, I have an idea. If we have issues with EVA, we can post it maybe on Facebook, the secret page, and all the members can think with us, so they are more, they have more influence.
When I joined the honors program, I actually joined because I wanted to improve myself and I wanted to learn about others. When I joined EVA, I wanted to learn about others as well, and what actually came up to me is EVA started for me with the end of the honors program. And all I know about was the things that my own domain did, but not what the domain of law did, or the domain of health, or well, anywho. So my idea was, why don't we actually let the winners or everyone of other domains present their honors or excellence projects, for starters, to actually let everyone see each other's projects and what they're doing on, and raising interest in each other, and not only with excellence programs and honors programs, but maybe also about things you already do by yourself. Like you join EVA because you want to run that second mile, or you already run the second mile. So why don't you tell us all about what you already do in your own time? Do you have your own company? Do you have your own idea? Did you ever had a workshop in a company you work in, or from one of your lecturers? And maybe you found that so interesting that you want to share it with others. So my idea was that EVA actually is a platform for individuals who want to share their ideas, share their knowledge, or share their interests. Like organize workshops, organize lectures. Maybe you ever heard a lecture of one of your teachers and you thought, well, maybe that's interesting for people from other domains to hear. But EVA is in that way a platform who provides like a network and space to actually give those presentations. And maybe it's not only about sharing your knowledge, but maybe you want to develop the thing that you want to develop your talent about organizing stuff. Members can invite non-members, and everyone of excellence and honors programs are welcome. If they are EVA members or not, everyone wants to learn about each other and broaden or specialize their interests. So just share the knowledge, that's my idea.
So we have to keep our shared values, remember that, and also be able to link that to what we do. This is an inspiring session. We're not going to just go to have a dinner with just a small group and then call it a special EVA event, and it's closed and just 5 people can go and they're pre-selected. That's not EVA identity. I think you can agree with that. So that's continuity in the values, and also personal connections. So we want to be a network. We want to have 250 people. We want to stay with the family we are now. So 50 people who know each other. We know each other's names. We recognize each other. Even when you're just walking on the street, you all know that that person, I've seen him before, and he has the same values as me. So again, you go back to that values, and you know what to talk about with that person. They're inspiring. Now we're going to have a very diverse group, 250 members, but 60 now. So if you think we're less than 10 people per domain, if we would have a perfect distribution now. But we're going to have a lot of people, so there's going to be a lot of diversity, a lot of big groups from with the same interests in a group of diverse people. So we want to have small groups, but keep those diverse and not really start clustering again. So that's something in continuity that we want to preserve, very important. And a little bit scalable systems, the mentorship scheme. You can have small groups and you can just add another group and add another group. And those, then we'll just have groups of 7 people, 1 from each domain, and they'll just be a second group and they have 14 people. But again, you will keep those core things the same in that one group.
Having such great ideas from the same 9 pictures. So diverse, and it is really great. And I really hope that you find it inspiring as well. And I hope that this will be a thing within EVA to not only do it with the members, but also invite some companies. Because you're really smart people. You're really smart people, and your diversity will only increase the knowledge you have already. I think it's really valuable for EVA. I think it's really valuable for the companies, but I think it's really valuable for you as a member. When you're done with school, people will remember you because you have great ideas, and when you promote them at the company will remember you as well. So I hope you will stick with a program like this. If you see something like a creative session, not only within EVA, but also in other things. I saw some things on Facebook. Join them because it's good for yourself. It's good for the network you have. And yeah, well, to end this, I hope you enjoyed it, and I would like to have some feedback just with some drinks.